Everyone knows this song, right? Mainly from CSI, of course. It is The Who with Who Are You? Who are you? It's a pretty simple question, right? That's what most of us want to know. Thank you for watching. I'm Tony Davis, and this is Tone's Take, episode number 86. Filming directly from my iPhone for once. I just feel like using it, you know? This episode, of course, is being brought to you by the Salvation Army and Goodwill, because when your son is acting like a true idiot and making fun of people who can't afford name brand and things like that, hey, force them to go and shop at Goodwill and Salvation Army. They might actually still find some actual good deals, but they might also learn to be more empathetic to other people, as long as you tell them that that's what the real lesson is about. But that's not what I wanted to talk about. What I wanted to talk about was the upcoming census. It's in 2020. Apparently, the Democrats are pissed off because the Republicans, or Trump, there was a memo that came out from Trump's organization from the, what's his name, Wilbur Ross. He's like the Secretary of Commerce, I believe. Is that what his title is? Yes, the Secretary of Commerce sent a memo to Karen Dunn Kelly, the Undersecretary for Economic Affairs, basically saying there will be a reinstatement of a citizenship question on the 2020 decennial census questionnaire. For those of you who don't know, every 10 years the U.S. does a census to find out who the heck is actually here living in these wonderful, glorious, awesome 50 states of ours. And of course, it does a lot. It figures out, you know, how many senators and representatives we get, amongst other things, where money goes, and just a whole bunch of stuff that this census really does. And so, rightfully so, if you're a Democrat, you'd be pissed at this, I guess, because they're going to put this citizenship question that basically will ask if you are a U.S. citizen, or if you are a naturalized citizen, or if you are here illegally, or I'm sure it's not going to be exactly in those terms, but the Democrats are obviously pissed, especially Democrats that are in states like California, anywhere, well, mainly California. I mean, California is just, they're in like a league of their own. I'm starting to realize it's not even a state that really abides by any of our federal laws. To my knowledge, it's a sanctuary state. I believe have they legalized weed there completely yet? I mean, they kind of want to be on their own, and they're doing a lot of things, and it's actually worrying, because I think they should just go off on their own. They do a lot of things that are questionable to me, and even the Democrats now are just starting to do things that are questionable to me. Like, why wouldn't you want to know who is living in the United States? Why are people so comfortable with just allowing people to live here illegally? Look, offer them a path to citizenship. Offer them all the resources that they need. If they came here illegally, offer them that path. Show them the path. Show them the way to become legalized, naturalized citizens, so that we can know who they are. We rightfully, as legalized Americans, and this goes for any country. I would think that if I live in any country, people that are living next door to me should be paying the same taxes. They should be they should have all the same rights and privileges as me, but they should also have the exact same obligations as me. So I'm not understanding why Democrats are fighting this question so much. Maybe someone can enlighten me. This is the main reason why I do these videos, because I have one point of view. I have one, way of thinking about things, and I like to hear what other people have to say. So this is one where what's the negative in putting the citizenship question on the 2020 census? Now, there is an annual questionnaire that goes out every year, and it asks this question. There's an annual questionnaire. It doesn't go out to everybody like the census does, but it goes out to a few people, and it's sort of like a census. And the question is put on there. There's a citizenship question, and they've noticed that slowly but surely, since like 2009, the number of people, which is ironically, right after Barack Obama was became president, that less and less people have started to answer that question. But it's like a really small percent. It's like 6 or 7% of the people that it goes to. So it's like it's not even going to really impact that many people. And then Wilbur Ross, he basically broke it down. So he has this option D where he says that option D will provide the Department of Justice with the most complete and accurate CVAP data responses, like census value blocks or something, asking the citizenship question of 100% of the population gives each respondent the opportunity to provide an answer. This may eliminate the need for the Census Bureau to have to impute an answer for millions of people. Basically, they don't have to guess, how many people are this or that. For the approximately 90% of the population who are citizens. So again, this citizenship question will only affect like 10% of the nation, but still 10% of 300 plus million people is 30 million people. Did I do my math right? So 30 million people will be affected by this. The other 300 million, 33 million, my math is off probably. But anyway, for the approximately 90% of the population who are citizens, this question is of no additional imposition. And for the approximately 70% of non-citizens, so of the 10% that are not citizens, 70% of that, so 30, whatever 70% of 30 is, I don't know. You guys do the math for me. Of non-citizens who already answered this question accurately, so there are already 70% of that 10% that are not citizens that already answer the question accurately on the annual survey. The question again is of no additional imposition, since the census responses by law may only be used anonymously for statistical purposes. So they're not. This isn't a Spanish Inquisition where people are going to come knocking on your door. No, that's already happening with the ICE raids and things like that. And apparently if you're in California, you're safe because everyone's working against the federal government and Trump to make sure that you're safe, which I don't agree with. We should not have people here illegally, and we should not be harboring them here illegally unless they are working on a legal path to live here. I brought this up in a previous Tones Take that I did. You would never just let someone waltz in through your front door, your back door, or a window in your house and just start to eat all your food. If you do that, let me know, and I will tell you just how crazy that is. But you will want to know who they are, what they like to eat, what do they need, what are their needs, what are your needs, why are you coming to the United States? Is it to better yourself, or do you have ulterior motives? That's simply what most of us want to know. I am all for this being the land of the free, the land of opportunity for those who are seeking freedom from oppression in other countries and other things, but you gotta do it legally. You got to do it legally, or if you end up here illegally in some way, if you are a child who's brought over illegally, tell somebody. Let someone know so that you can then get on the path to being here legally. And the Republicans that just want to kick everyone right back out that do come over illegally, I don't agree with that either. Put them on a path to citizenship. Let's help each other out. That's all I got for today, folks. Let me know what you think about this whole thing, about the census question. Is it really that big of a deal that the Democrats are making it, or is this really going to actually affect and impact people in a negative way? Let me know. That's all I've got. I'm going to turn it back over to the Who.